Jacob couldn't explain why his dog refused to leave his late wife's grave, but when the police finally opened it, they faced something they could never have imagined. In the tranquil village of Meadowbrook, life moves at a gentle pace. At the heart of this community lies a peaceful cemetery, where the villagers come to pay their respects to loved ones who have passed on. Every evening, Jacob, a widower with a gentle demeanor, visits the grave of his late wife, Lily. Their bond was deep, and her passing left a void in his heart that he tried to fill with these daily visits. "Good evening, Lily. I brought your favorite lilies today. The garden is blooming beautifully, just like you always kept it." Every evening, Bella accompanies Jacob to Lily's grave. She lies beside it, as if keeping Lily company, while Jacob talks softly, sharing his day. "Come on, Bella. Time to go home." But recently, Bella has been lingering longer by the grave, reluctant to leave Lily's side. Jacob, noticing Bella's reluctance, leaves her to stay a little longer, trusting her instincts. Each night, Bella would eventually return home, except for one fateful evening. "Bella, where are you? You always come back by now." The next morning, with worry etched on his face, Jacob sets out to search for Bella. Little does he know this search will lead to a discovery that will change everything. With the first light of dawn, Jacob set out to search for Bella, his heart heavy with worry. She had never failed to return home before. He walked through the village, calling for Bella, but she was nowhere to be found. The anxiety grew with each step as he made his way to the cemetery. Finally, he arrived at the cemetery and found Bella at Lily's grave. She was covered in mud and dirt, howling and growling defensively. Seeing Bella in such a state, Jacob knew something was terribly wrong. Bella was usually calm and gentle, but now she seemed to be guarding the grave. Jacob noticed the disturbed soil around the grave, and his heart sank. The ground looked as if it had been recently dug up. With a gentle touch, Jacob tried to soothe Bella. Despite her anxiety, she allowed him to be near, her eyes filled with a mix of trust and urgency. Desperate for help, Jacob called the cemetery caretaker, Mr. Harris, explaining the situation. Mr. Harris arrived quickly, equally perplexed by Bella's behavior. Mr. Harris, who had known Bella and Jacob for years, was shocked to see the usually calm dog so agitated. Together, they decided that this was a matter for the police. With growing concern, Mr. Harris called the police, fearing that something sinister may be hidden beneath the soil. Bella's behavior suggested there was more to this than met the eye. Officer Miller and his team arrived swiftly. Jacob explained the situation, pointing to the disturbed soil and Bella's anxious behavior. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, Officer Miller ordered his team to start digging. As the shovels hit the earth, everyone held their breath, waiting to see what would be revealed. Bella watched intently, her body tense with anticipation. As the officers continued to exhume the grave, the tension in the air is thick. What they discover next will leave everyone frozen in shock.